So, welcome to this call. We're going to just take a few minutes and talk about something that I heard about through a friend of mine. She's like an industry insider, and she called me and she said, Bree, there is a company that did $2.5 billion and just came to North America. And of course, when I heard that, I was like, well, hold on, wait a second. I think I need to know more about this because we all know that the dream is to get in with a startup, but that can quickly turn into the nightmare because 95% of startups actually fail in the first 5 years. So they can be very, very risky. So the fact that I was hearing how, you could get first movers advantage without the risk was very intriguing to me. And then, of course, when I learned more about this, I ended up trying the products, and I'm telling you, this really sets the stage for what you're about to experience. This looks like something that's sold at a high-end department store or a high-end med spa. This is not another Me Too product. There's a lot of, I've been sent products before. I'm sure you've seen the products out there. It's Me Too products, Me Too companies, and this really set the stage that this was something different. And if you haven't tried this yet, you're going to feel a difference right away. And within 5 days, you're going to feel a difference. And don't take my word for it. Let the camera be the judge. It's going to prove to you exactly what this does. And so when I tried these products, I consider myself a product junkie. And when I tried these products, I was really blown away. And in fact, I called her, my friend Susan, and I said, look, I don't know what I'm going to do about the business, but I can tell you right now, I'm going to be a customer for life. And so that's when I found out more about these, which I'm going to share with you. But first, I'm going to share with you a quick little 1-minute video. I promise it's not long. I know we all have busy lives. It's a 1-minute video that just kind of talks a little bit about the accolades and what they've accomplished in a short period of time. I love that. It gets me, the music always gets me really fired up. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about a company named Riman, which, fun fact, Riman actually means rebirth, which I love that because it's literally, it could be a rebirth of your skin, a rebirth of your finances. You can fix your face, fix your finances. And what happened is, we talked a little bit about these products. Well, if you didn't know this, Korea is actually considered the the skincare capital of the world, and all of the best products come out of Korea. And what happened was, in the hardest market in the entire world to go number one in, this became the number one searched for skincare line in Korea. In fact, they actually sold 40 million jars of this. This is their dermatology cream. Now, we hear numbers like that, and we really don't stop to think how substantial that is. But just to put that into perspective for you, if you've heard about Selena Gomez, she started the Rare Beauty line, sold at Sephora. When she sold 3 million units, it disrupted the makeup industry, and now she's a billionaire. They sold 40 million jars of this in the hardest market in the entire world to do that in. If you really think about that, that's truly outstanding. And of course, to the fact that you have first movers advantage with the security of a company that did $3 billion that just launched in North America, this doesn't happen very often. And I will tell you, there are countries that are in high demand for K-beauty, like Taiwan, Hong Kong. We are also launching in Mexico tomorrow, Malaysia, and Singapore this month. And these markets are in high demand for K-beauty. They want to get their hands on it because they know that it's the best. So you can see that we have several different products. We have everything from skincare to hair care to the body line to some health and wellness products. And here's what I'm going to tell you about that. I want to tell you the story about how this came to be really quickly. What happened was it was the number one product formulator in Asia. He's the guy that people would hire to create innovative home run products. And he had been researching something called tiger grass, which he has patented his own strain and version of it, which he calls Byungbo. Well, what happened was he has 12 different patents on the skincare alone, and he was putting this on the skin and it was rapidly healing the skin. We don't even like to call this skincare. It really is more like skin repair. Well, so typically when he could have gone out and sold his research, sold the patents, he decided he didn't want to give it away. That's when he formed a company, and they did over $2.5 billion in the hardest market in the world to do that in Korea. Always think of Korea is to skincare like Paris is to fashion. So now, I will tell you, there's only 5 locations in the world that have something called energy lava water. And off the coast of Korea on Jeju Island is the purest and the most accessible. Well, because he is the number one product formulator, he is only one of 6 scientists that has a government contract to be able to use this energy lava water. And he's the only one licensed to use it in cosmetics. So what makes this so different is this energy lava water, it's been filtered under volcanic rock for over 400,000 years. It has minerals and frequencies in it that you cannot even find on this earth anymore. You have to drill down into the earth to get it. So he saw an opportunity where, most companies use distilled water, which is dead water. Well, he actually uses the energy lava water in the product so you get those extra healing properties. And of course, what's interesting is, when we have estheticians and med spa owners or dermatologists, they use the product, they're actually asking questions. How are we seeing results so quickly? They're actually confused by it because they're always taught it takes 90 days to see results. Well, the reason is because this is actually a cosmeceutical. Cosmeceuticals can do things that regular skincare cannot do. So this uses an expensive microfluidizing process that allows the products and the ingredients, the patented ingredients, to penetrate to the deepest layer of skin. And it uses nanoliposomal technology that actually helps heal from the inside out. So it heals at the cellular level. This is why you're going to see results so quickly. And you can see that we have 2 different skincare lines. Now, the one on the left is the dermatology line. Now, this is really great for regular skin types, for if you have sensitive skin or acne-prone skin. Now, the one on the right is oil-based. So if you are already using an oil-based line, then I highly recommend you start with that. If you're using an oil-based line, or if you have extremely dry skin, then you can go straight to the Radiantsum. My favorite part about this is they are both They both abide by the European Union standards, which bans, I believe, is it over 1,600 toxic ingredients, but they actually go a step further. They ban over 3,000 toxic ingredients from their products. So you can feel really good about what you're putting on your skin. And you can see, if you saw the video at the bottom, this is Juan Ben down at the bottom. He's kind of like the Brad Pitt of Asia. And I hear he's almost 50, which you wouldn't be able to tell from this, probably because he uses these products. But in Korea, they believe in first-class marketing and celebrity endorsements. And so they have collaborated with him to be the face of the brand. And here in North America, they're in talks with a couple of different A-list celebrities to potentially collab with on this brand. So this is really the calm before the storm. A lot of people don't know about this yet, but they absolutely will. Now, they also have some body line products and hair care products. What's interesting though is most companies have one hero product and they build out a portfolio of products around that one product, but they actually have multiple hero product lines. So their Bodo Lab line is their hair care line. This is like hair repair for your scalp. This is really going to help heal the scalp. And they actually have clinical trials that they've done in Korea that show how this statistically grows hair, although we don't make those claims here. We are using the same products they are. And so this actually helps heal the scalp. It actually helps with the hair follicles and the health of the scalp. Well, the way that they discovered this, because this is also patented, they were studying an ingredient. It was desert algae. It's a type of algae that grows in extreme heat in the desert. And they were actually trying to figure out, okay, how did it survive such extreme temperatures? And what they found was that there was an ingredient in it called loliolide that actually strengthened the hair follicle and, allowed it to grow through. So they also have a body cream which has collagen in it. This is like skincare for your body that's going to help heal the skin, discoloration, crepiness of the skin. So you absolutely want to get your hands on that. Then they also have a couple of, health products. Now, they have something called Deep Talk. This is absolutely Eastern medicine, which I love. These are pellets you drink with water, and they expand 40 times their size, and they gently scrape the sides in the intestinal wall to clean you out. And the reason why you want to make sure you're cleaned out and regular is because, we absorb nutrition through our intestinal wall. So you want to make sure that you're completely cleaned out. And then they also have a collagen. We stop producing collagen after 25, and so you have to replace it. So there's 28 different types of collagen in the body. This is actually a type 1. It's the most beneficial for the hair and the skin, which is why they chose it. And it actually goes a step further, and it also has immune boosting properties in it, like selenium, vitamin C, glutathione. So I was taking these every day during the cold and flu season, and luckily did not get the flu. So I'm going to credit it to this. But those are some things that you want to get your hands on because it's beauty from the inside out. And then, of course, we just had a color cosmetic line launch last week. Now, I will tell you, this is Korean skincare infused makeup. So it's actually going to help heal the skin while you wear it because it has those patented ingredients in it. So highly recommend getting your hands on this. This has butter lip tints, and they actually are going to, heal the lips, stay moisturized, and tint the lips. There's also a cushion. So it's a 4D cushion, and it's in a compact and it's foundation. Now, what makes it so different is it makes your makeup look like it's been airbrushed or professionally done. So there's actually a brand called La Mer that's sold at Neiman Marcus, and they have a cushion and it sells for $150. Ours will luckily not have that price tag. Ours is $55. And it comes with a refill. So it's like getting 2 for 1, and it's going to last you several months. And I will tell you, this is like a filter for your face. I am in love with this cushion. I didn't think anything could break me up with what I had been using, but this is fantastic. So I actually have the cushion on tonight in the natural beige, and then I'm also wearing Desert Heat on my lips, if you're curious what I have on. So Here's what I want to say is we talked a little bit about how they believe in celebrity endorsements in Korea, but they also believe in first class marketing. So they have a couple of collabs that they've done where they've partnered with Frederic Bertin, who is the #1 fragrance formulator in the world. He formulates all the fragrances for Louis Vuitton, and he's formulated a signature fragrance for Riman. They've also partnered with a company called Pentagram. Pentagram is one of the #1 product branding firms out of New York. They do product and branding for companies like Lululemon, Starbucks, Saks, Christian Louboutin, and now Riman. So they were behind a whole complete product redesign on the package. But this is what you can expect from this company is these first class collaborations and first class marketing. And this is why I say this is really the calm before the storm, because a lot of people are going to find out about this very quickly. And the reason is because, I will tell you, word of mouth travels very quickly. And you can make a lot of money if you partner with the right timing and the right trends. And the search for Korean skincare in North America alone is up over 350%. It's currently a $13 billion industry, and over the next few years, it's going to more than double to over $30 billion. And I knew that was something that I wanted a piece of because people are already searching for this online. They're searching for it on Google, on social media, but they're looking for somebody to tell them what to get. Because even though Korean skincare is trending, it's relatively, a new thing in North America. Even though it's trending here, it's not a trend because this is rooted in thousands of years of tradition in Korea. But it's trending here. So they're really looking for somebody to tell them which products to get, which Korean skincare is the best. And if you're going to use Korean skincare, you want to use the one that's the #1 searched for in Korea and manufactured in Korea. So I will say this, we kind of talked about how word of mouth travels fast. And for me, I want to make money off of products that people are already searching for. And you can absolutely do that here. We get paid 6 different ways off of this compensation plan. I will say this is the most generous, lucrative comp plan that I've ever seen in the industry. You can make up to 54% just on retail alone. You can make up to 40% on retail customers without building a team, without signing up a single person. So if you just want to share an affiliate code, you can go do that and make up to 40%. Now you can tap into more if you want to fix your face and fix your finances, you can tap into more. There's basically differential pay you can make up to 30%. You can make unilevel pay, which is basically where you're making a percentage on the volume and different levels of people that you tell about this. If you tell people about it and they go tell people about it, you're being rewarded for that. You can also get revenue sharing where you're sharing in the company profit pools, which is so amazing. Now, one of my favorite ways that we get paid is through a leadership check match bonus, where when you hit certain ranks and you help other people go out and duplicate that success, you can actually check match on what they do. So because my friend Susan called me and she, just told me about this product, and she shared it with me. Now she's going to check match on 40% of what I make. And that's really the power in sharing this with other people. And I always tell people that, I'm making money here because I decided to wash my face and tell people about it. And that it really is that simple. It's just letting the products do the heavy lifting for you, because the product is absolutely doing all the heavy work. You just have to put it on their face and it's going to do all the rest of the work for you. So I will say that the demand for K-beauty is growing. So currently, this year, we will be in, how many markets is that? 3, 6, 7, in 10 markets. Oh my goodness. So we'll be in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan. And then of course, we're opening up in Malaysia, Singapore, and the Philippines and Japan coming soon. So it's so exciting how K-beauty is taking over the world. The owner of this company, he has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants to become the number one K-beauty brand in the world. And so it's really neat that we're partnering with him on that. Now, I will say there is no time like the present to start talking about Korean skincare. One, because people are searching for it already, but two, you can actually earn up to extra bonuses. So they have a promotion going on right now where you can earn up to $1,000 extra in bonuses just for sharing a code with people who are already online on Google searching for this anyways. So you could just help bring some clarity to them because they honestly don't know which products to get. They're just looking for somebody to tell them which ones are the right one. And then of course, when you wash your face and tell people about it, if you help other people wash their face and get the product on their face and talk about it, you can earn additional bonuses on that. So when you help other people go out and do what you did and start duplicating that. If you help 3 people, go out there and get 5 customers with an average size order, you're going to earn an extra $500 just for doing that. Just for helping 3 people go out, get 5 customers with an average size order, which is $200, you're going to get an extra $500 on top of the other 6 ways that we get paid off of this comp plan. We also, if you've got your eyes set on some big money, maybe you want to remodel your kitchen, you want to put in a pool, there's different things that you want to do to the house. Maybe you want to pay for your kids' college tuition. We have these bonuses going on where, you can earn an extra 1,000 up to $10,000 in extra bonuses, just again, by helping other people share the product. And we can show you exactly how to do that. So it's only $20 to partner with the company, which is actually waived right now. It doesn't even cost $20. They've waived that $20 through the end of the month. And then we have some starter kits. And I always tell people, pick the products that fit your budget, but there is some strategy on the starter kits where, we kind of talked about a couple of cool things about the compensation plan is once you hit a percentage, you can actually lock that in for life and never lose it. So you can lock in 20% or 30%, never lose that. And this plan has rollover volume in it. So your volume can actually roll over to the following month to help you towards rank advancement and locking in 20% and doubling your pay, or locking in 30%. Now you're tripling your pay on the same amount of work. Well, these starter kits, they have points that come with it, and those go towards you locking in those percentages. So I always tell people to pick the one that fits your budget. I personally went with the premium starter kit because I got 2 of the premium starter kits. I was able to lock in that 20% that day. I was doubling the amount of money that I was earning going forward. We have some people that come in and buy 4. We have some people that come in and they buy a starter kit. It's really up to you where you want to start at. You can see this is the US pricing. We also have Canadian pricing on here as well. So absolutely get back to the person that invited you. Ask them about the starter kits. Now, these are only available your first 30 days in the business. After that, they're gone. The reason why is because they're a better deal. You get more products for less money, you get free products with it. So you want to grab one before they're gone. But the best part is you can actually earn a rebate back on these starter kits. So you can make money back on your own purchase, and then you can take these. A lot of people, they use them themselves. They use them to sample out to other people. They use them to as a try me bag. So they drop them off for a week at somebody's house, let them try it. And then of course they don't want to give it back. They want to buy it. So there's different things that you can do with that. And I know we talked about money and we'd like to make money, but we also like to have fun. And we actually just got back from a trip in Vegas and we had our conference there and it was so much fun. We actually had a celebrity DJ there who has, DJ'd with Gwen Stefani and different celebrities. And just so much training. You can literally learn in 2 days how to catapult your business, a year down the line. So I highly recommend getting to these. Our next one is in September, and it's also going to be in Vegas. So I highly recommend you come and check it out. And just the friendships alone that you make in this business. I mean, there are people that have become, best friends and also like family members that you get to do life with. So it just makes it a lot of fun. Now, we take a couple of trips a year. So we talked about we went to Vegas. Next month, we're going to Cabo. We are going to the Hard Rock Resort, which is a five-star resort. And then we also go on another trip, which is to Jeju Island. So we kind of talked about, the discovery, the energy lava water. This all happens on Jeju Island, which is off the coast of Korea. It's kind of like the equivalent of our Hawaii. And what happens is, I have to tell you about the owner of the company because this really blew me away. He's the product formulator. We talked about that. He is also the owner of the company. He's also a billionaire that drives a Hyundai. You guys, he's not doing this for the money. He is passionate about bringing luxury skincare to the everyday woman or man, the everyday person. And so he's not doing this for the money. I was talking to a master esthetician the other day, and she said for what this product does, this is the dermatology cream. Remember, they sold 40 million jars of this. She said, I would expect this to be priced between $200 and $300. This is $60. They could have absolutely charged three, four, five times that, but he didn't want to because it wasn't aligned with his mission of what he wants. And to prove it to you, his first year in business, he took the profits from his first year in business in Korea in 2018, immediately started construction on a five-star resort called Riman Village. And he built this for us. He built it for us because he wanted to have a place for us to come and have retreats, to see the island that he's so passionate about, where he has his labs and his smart farms, and he wanted us, to have leadership events. And so we actually went here a few months ago. And when we were here, I mean, it's like a smart a smart resort. And the villas, you put your clothes in the closet and it steams your clothes while they're in the closet. It's just phenomenal how smart this resort is. But they said that we were going to go see the smart farm. And so I'm thinking in my head, okay, great, we're going to go see these plants, we're going to go see this greenhouse, and we're going to go to lunch. And we pull up to an entire campus that looks like this. And it's several blocks of manufacturing facilities and labs and the energy lava water and three different smart farms. The newest one is 150,000 square feet. And I remember in that moment thinking, this is so much bigger than network marketing. And I wanted to know why he chose our industry. How did we get lucky that he chose us? And what I found out is in Korea, they view network marketing very differently than we do. We view it as a side gig, a way to make some extra money, hang out with some friends, have some fun. But there, it's taken very seriously and it's very respected, and they view it as a profession. And so he had been involved with network marketing in his 20s and had fallen in love with it. And so he decided to partner with this industry. And he has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants to become the number one K-beauty brand in the world. And he wants to do it with us. And I'm telling you, you guys, something like this doesn't happen very often. And, when I first came here, I used to tell people something like this happens once every 15 years where you have the opportunity to partner with a company like this that has the potential and all the right ingredients to be a legacy company. But I do not believe that anymore because I'm telling you right now, something like this does not happen. I don't believe it ever will happen in our industry again. And I feel lucky that he chose us because I'm telling you, he is not competing with other network marketing companies. His competitors are brands like Chanel and Dior and La Mer. And so it is so exciting to me to be on this journey with this company. And we are literally fixing people's faces and fixing their finances. And I don't know if this is the right fit for you. I highly encourage you to get back to the person that invited you if you feel like, what if? Because I remember when I first got started in this industry, I had no belief in myself. When I first got started, I signed up, I thought, what if? And then my box came and I didn't open it. And I didn't open it for 2 weeks because I was more afraid of failure than I actually thought of the potential of me having success. And so I'll never forget, I went to the meeting to tell the woman that had told me about that company, to tell her that I was going to quit and I was going to send my box back. And she held her finger up and she said to me, she said, Breanna, if you could see yourself where I see you a year from now, you wouldn't be quitting. And it was something about how she had a little bit of belief in me before I believed in myself that gave me the courage to go home and open up that box. And this was 14 years ago, but I will be forever grateful to her that she saw something in me before I saw it. And she gave me the courage to go forward because I love this industry. I love that we get to help other people. I've seen how this can help people's, confidence like it helped mine, and help people's self-esteem like it helped me. And you can make friends through this industry, and you can literally change lives and pay off debt and change your family's lives and provide for your family. So if that's you tonight and you have more doubt in yourself, I would highly encourage you to get back to the person that invited you because they saw something special in you, and that's why you're here. And so we got you. Don't worry. On Tuesday, we have a Zoom where it's going to show you exactly what to do to get started. It's going to give you step by step how to launch your business, and you just start sharing the products with people. And remember, the product does the heavy lifting. So thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me, and I hope you all have a great night. Thanks, everyone.